Welcome to the GoalZero Toolbox Talk series. Today's Toolbox Talk: Climate Change Issues. Record wildfire seasons in Western Canada. Floods in Central and Eastern Canada. A 30 degrees Celsius forecast in the Northwest Territories sparking Canada's first heat warning of 2019. Extreme weather events have been dominating the news lately, and that seems unlikely to stop anytime soon. The effects of the warming include more extreme heat, less extreme cold, shorter snow and ice cover seasons, more precipitation, thawing permafrost, and rising sea levels, all of which can, directly and indirectly, affect workers and their health and safety in many ways. Extreme temperatures will become more frequent and even more intense. Outdoor workers will be vulnerable to these temperatures and may feel increased irritability, loss of concentration, and a decreased ability to do mental tasks or heavy work. Heat exposure can also lead to illnesses such as heat exhaustion and heat stroke, which require immediate medical attention. Extreme weather events are expected to rise in Canada, and these wildfires, floods, and tornadoes put the health and safety of first responders, supporting workers, and the public at direct risk. Smoke from wildfires can affect the air, floodwater can sweep away vehicles in an instant, and high winds can uproot trees and destroy buildings. Disasters can also impact workers' psychological health from the intensity of stress or trauma. Both indoor and outdoor air quality can be affected by emissions of pollutants into the atmosphere. For example, as a mixture of air pollutants, smog can be irritating, worsen existing medical conditions, and even lead to premature death. Airborne diseases and biological hazards such as mosquitoes and ticks survive and reproduce within an optimal climatic range. Unfortunately, these infectious agents typically prefer wetter, more humid, and warmer conditions. The more active and the more numerous the insects are, the more likely workers are to get bitten by a mosquito that is carrying a virus like West Nile, or a blackleg tick carrying Lyme disease. High-risk tick areas have spread across British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia, usually in forested and overgrown areas. Climate change can worsen the symptoms of people with existing medical conditions, including diabetes, respiratory illnesses, and cardiovascular disease. For instance, a rise in temperature and humidity reduces air quality, affecting those with respiratory conditions. In addition, workers with underlying health conditions could find it more difficult to adapt to risks from exposure to extreme events. Unfortunately, new technologies or work processes designed to address climate change can also lead to new hazards. Nanomaterials, for instance, are used in many ways, such as ceramic coatings for solar cells, sunscreen, and lithium-ion batteries on electric cars. With nanotechnology and other emerging risks, the best approach to take is the precautionary principle, taking prudent action in the face of potentially serious risk, without waiting for further scientific research.